And we'll draw the, let's just start with the arms out to the side first with the knees bent and the feet apart. And let the entire back of your body release. And just take a deeper breath in. And fully exhale. Now gently pull the knees up and in and hug at the fronts of the knees to get a fuller bend in the hips and pull the legs in. Let the elbows just bend to the outside. Shoulders are back. And then come on into a rock side to side. Great. And now you can let your left leg straighten and pull the right knee in. Now lift the upper body and tuck the chin in and pull the knee in. Lengthen through the low back. And then you can gently release. Come on into circles with that knee. Good, and then pull the knee in really snug again, really tight. And then circle in the other direction. Great. And now let the right leg down. Take the left leg up, take a deep breath, pull the knee in snug, really tight. Come on into side to side. And then you can lift the upper body, pull the knee in snug, lift the chin. Good, and then come down. Come on into circles. And other direction. Good, and then you can center. Great. Okay, pulling in tight. And now take the left leg up in the air and just reach through the heel. Pull the toes down and point and flex. Lengthen through the back of the leg. Get a really good reach. Shoulders are back. And then you can let the heel drop and do a gentle wave from side to side with the knee. Good. Excellent. Good morning, Sabine. And just let your shoulders rest back. Now take the left leg up again and come on into toe circles and other direction. Great. And then pull the leg towards you, flex the toes back, lengthen through the back of the leg, get a really good reach. And then reach the right heel down on the floor, pull the toes back and let the elbows bend. Reach strongly through the leg. And then you can let that leg down. Okay, great. Let that left leg straighten. Pull the right leg straight up in the air, reach up through the heel. Pull the toes back towards you. Do a point and flex. Breath. Good. And then just let that knee bend. Pull in. And then just pulling the knee back and forth. And I think this is what we did with the other leg. Good, stay with your breath. Good morning, Steph. And then you can come right back to the center. Now take the heel up once again. Come on into toe circles. And then other direction. Good, and now pull the heel towards you. Pull the toes back, lengthen through the back of the leg. Get nice and long. Reach the left foot down on the floor. Reach it out, pull the toes back. Excellent. And then you can reach that leg out and down. Now bending both knees. Take the soles of the feet together and let the knees splay out. Stretch the arms up overhead. Reach through the fingertips. Stretch the fingers. And now take the arms out to the side. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. Now press the shoulder blades under. Press the backs of the arms into the floor. And then relax them. And do a wobble now of the knees from side to side. Get a great massage in through the sacrum. Really turning. And then you can take the knees back up to the ceiling, the feet apart, knees bent. Now pull the knees in tight again. Lift the upper body and tuck the chin in. Hug the legs together, pulling in. And now cross the left ankle over the right. Grab onto the low legs, just hands come on top of the shins and potentially to the feet. And then pull the legs across. Round the spine as you pull the legs in. Lift as high and tight as you can. And then you can recross and grab onto the tops of the feet, pull the legs in. Breathing. Breath. And then gently release, letting down. Now you can roll over to your left side. Come on out to all fours position and take the hands right under the shoulders. Now come on into hip circles, circling the tailbone around. Breath. And come in the other direction, coming around. Good. And then if you take the legs, take the hands out, child's pose, the bum back, lift the chin, palm the mat, and pull the core in on your exhale. Lengthen through the backs of the arms. Stay with your breathing. And then you can come on all the way back up. Now take the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under, take an inhale, lift the eyes. And then exhale and rise into downward dog. Lifting the hips up, pull up through the inner thighs, let the head fall. Lengthening through the spine. Now you can take your left leg up, come up, and then pull the heel in. Send that left knee out to the side, really lengthen. Send the knee tall, and then take the leg out and down. Now taking the right leg up, lift, extend through that heel, pulling out from the core. Bend the heel in, send the knee high. Open, send high, high. Breath. And then take the leg out and down. Great, now pressing the heels back, press them down. Breath. And now you gaze up, come up onto the tiptoes. Step the feet forward to the hands, come on halfway up, flat back. And then exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, bring the arms up overhead, bring the palms together, gazing up. And then you can exhale the hands to center. We'll come into our first salutation. So take that, just come on right to the front of the mat. Have the palms pressing together, the elbows down. Press the thumbs right into the chest. Now draw the chin back slightly so you feel the length through the top of the head. Pull up all 10 toes and then press down through the base of the toes. Pull up from the thighs. Lifting the kneecaps, activate the core, rise. And then here we go, breathe in. Gaze up. Exhale, fold forward, forward bend. Breathe in, come halfway up, touch. Exhale, fold forward. Planting the hands, jumpers, step the legs back. Come on to the left finger side plank. Take an in-breath. And then another breath, extend the arm out, lengthen. And then windmill that arm around. Rotate to the other side, opening the chest and the rib cage, breath. And then taking that arm in line with the ear, get a wonderful length, open. And then you can windmill that arm around. Come on back to come into plank. Let the heels reach out inner thighs to the ceiling. Take the legs wide, rib cages in, and then take the legs together. And wide. And together. Lifting the ribs and wide. and together. Now, bend the knees to scoop the pubic bone forward to come down into your sphinx. Point the toes down and then press the elbows back into the body. Gazing up, press the tops of the feet down. And then you can breathe in, exhale. Release the forehead down, lengthening through the backs of the arms. Breath. Breath. One more breath in child's pose. Okay, now come on up and come on right into all fours position. Tuck the toes under and then just do that circling of the hips around. Stretch through the feet a little more and come way out in order to open the hips. Take your time, especially if you find a tighter spot in one side of the hip. I'm going to spend a little bit of time opening up deep into the hip bones. Scooping around and way out. 2 more breaths. Keeping that movement. Great. And now, with the toes tucked under, take an inhale, arc the back, rise the eyes, exhale, and then lift into your downward dog. Lengthen through the spine, let the heels drop. Shoulder blades slide down. Lifting, lengthen. Now take the right leg up, lift through that heel, bend the heel in once again. Send that knee high. This time, look under the right arm and pull up through the right waist. Really nice reach. And then extend the leg out. Now take the left leg up, lift, bend that heel in, send the knee high, lengthening. Breath, lift. And then you can extend that leg out. Beautiful. Pull up from the core, sending the bum bones back. And then you can bend the knees. Now take the arms forward once again to child's pose. Keep the toes tucked. Inhale, gaze up. Pull the hips back, lengthen through the arms. And then you can come back up into all fours position. Hands right under the shoulders. Take an in-breath, gaze up. Now exhale, rise, lifting. Let the hips come high, let the heels drop. And then you can take the hands wide. Now take the right leg in between, stepping forward, and now step the left leg back. Take the left hand on the inside of the right foot and turn to the right. Keep that front right knee directed forward, back leg strong. Take the arm a little further back, opening the chest, opening the rib cage. Keep the chin in. And then you can take that hand down, step the back leg forward, and then straighten the front leg and reach out over that right leg. Pull up from the core. Pulling up strongly. Reaching out with the chest. 2 more breaths. Lengthening. Excellent. And now you can take the hands forward and take the left leg straight up and then straight up and reach up on a diagonal and come up onto the fingertips and look ahead. We're going to stay straight and keep that left heel reaching out. Pull up strongly through the standing leg. You're looking ahead 3 feet to lengthen through the upper back. Breathing steadily. Now do some pulses up with that straight leg. Reaching with the heel. Get long as you reach. Breath. And then come down with that leg. Okay, great. Now we're going to walk the hands back to the right foot. Change legs. Take the right leg back. Left leg forward. Come up onto the fingertips and then extend that right leg back, both hands on the inside. Lift from the rib cage, extend the back leg back in your lunge. And yet you're not lunging forward, you're actually reaching the heel back. And then you turn to the left, press into that right arm, keep the front left knee directed forward. The back leg is strong, opening the chest, breathing steadily. Breath. And then you can take that hand down, step the back foot in about 6 inches, Extend out over that left leg, pull up through the left leg strongly. Reaching and extending. Excellent. Folding, pull up through that left leg. Okay, good. Now you're going to come forward with the hands and then take the right leg straight out, straight out. You're looking ahead 3 feet to stretch the upper back and then bring the leg straight up. Reaching, extend out through that right foot. Long through the leg as you tip. Stay with your breathing. Excellent. And then you can take that leg out. Okay, fantastic. And now you're coming down and you're going to lift the chin and bend the back knee. Come on down onto the back knee. Lifting and keep the toes tucked under. Now keep the pubic bone tucking under so you can lift from the rib cage. And you've got the hands just coming to the waist, the elbows press back. Pull up from the waist, lift the eyes. And now extend the arms up. Pull right up from the core and reaching the hands up. Big breath. 2 more breaths. Breath. And then you can come down and lift from the rib cage, pulling up from the waist. Breath. Point the toes. Lift. Okay, great. And now we're going to shift legs. Take that front leg back. Whoops, bring the opposite leg forward. Lift from the rib cage, tuck the toes under. Rise, tuck the pubic bone under. Pull up from the waist. Press the elbows back, hands onto the waist. Keep the lift of the rib cage. And then you can extend the arms up, pulling up, keep the tailbone tucking under. Nice full breath. Lengthening through the arms. Breath. Breath. One more breath. Okay, great. Now you can take that knee down, or take the hands down to the knee, lift from the rib cage, extend the arms back, rise and arc. Pull the ribs up, keep the toes tucked under. Breath, breath, keep the wrists reaching out now, opening through the chest and rib cage. 2 more breaths. Send the wrists out. Okay, good. Now take the hands down and we're going to take the left hand onto the inside. And one more time, do your lift, turn to the right and draw that right shoulder back. Keep the front right knee directed forward. The back leg is strong. You're pulling up from the rib cage, go a little further than the midline. Open. And then you can take that right hand down. Take the hands wide. And then change legs, take the right leg back, left leg forward, come on down onto the back knee, lifting from the rib cage, pull up from the torso, tuck the tailbone under, interlace the fingers, slide the shoulders down, look up, open through the chest, keep pulling up from the waist, keep your shoulders down, breathing steadily, breath. Breath, opening the chest. Breath, tuck the tailbone. Okay, here we go. Take the right hand down, turn to the left, back leg straight. Keep that front knee directing forward. Open, push, deep breath. Take the arm way back. And then you can take that hand down, and now we'll step the back leg forward and take the leg so you're 1 leg length apart. Now, once again, extend out over that left leg. Square the hips to the front. Now we're going to come into revolved triangle. So we'll take the right hand in front of the foot, left foot, or onto the outside of it if you can. And then you're going to turn to the left. Keep your shoulder tucked in as you lengthen from the waist. Opening. Breath, turning and looking to the left. Breath, pull up from the waist. Excellent, pulling into the core. The back heel is technically down, but if you need to take it up, it's okay. You're still gonna get a good stretch. And then take that hand down. Now take the hands wide. Take the front left leg back. Take the right leg forward. Pull up from the rib cage. Pulling up from the waist. Breath. Breath. Good. Now take that left hand in front of the right foot. Turn to the right. Gazing to the right as you pull up from the waist. Keep that rotation. Keep that right shoulder coming back as you reach out through the top of the head. Keep pulling up from the waist, breathing steadily. Chest open. Breath. And then you can take that hand down. Okay, great. Now take the hands on either side of the leg. Step the leg back. And then walk your hands back into forward fold. And take your feet apart. Now hug on to the backs of the calves, bend the knees, take the chest in contact with the thighs. Now take a breath, gaze up, exhale, and pull up from the core. Okay, very good. Now we're going to take the legs a little wider to come into squat. And if you need to stay in a tall squat, take your arms to the thighs. Otherwise, you can come down, let the tailbone drop, and you might need to be up onto the balls of the feet for the Achilles, so just really listening to the legs. And then extend the arms forward, let the head fall, and stay with nice deep breathing. Steady breath. Two more breaths. Okay, great. And then you can take the hands down. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift, lengthening through the legs. Now you're in your forward bend. And you're going to take the arms up and behind you, interlace the fingers, and send the wrists over. Reach out with the straight arms. Keep pulling up from the core. Feel the weight evenly distributed through the fronts and backs of the feet. Legs actively pulling up as you reach forward with the wrists. Breath steady. Good. And then you can breathe in, lift, come all the way back up, lifting from the rib cage. And now we'll step the left leg over to the left to come wide into straddle. Keep the arms reaching out and back as you lift from the ribs. Now exhale, fold forward. And you're going to take the hands down right underneath the chin. Now walk the legs wider. So you're working on coming into a comfortable split. So you want to feel the heels reach out as you extend. And do walk your hands in a little closer if you need to. And then keep the toes pulling back as you stretch through the inner thighs. Gaze ahead 2 feet, keeping the back long. Keep the toes pulling back, lifting from the ribs. And now we'll come all the way down. And you're going to pull back from the toes and then reach up right from the rib cage. You can now feel the core lift. Extend up through the arms and lift from the base of the spine. Now extend the arm over so you get a good reach. Lengthen out from the waist and do a pulse over to that side. Get a good reach with the arm. Extend out. This is kind of like doing triangle, helping to open up through the side. Get that beautiful pulse. Keep your crown of your head reaching out. Breathing steadily, keep the toes actively pulling back. Good, and 2 more breaths. Getting the reach. Breath, breath. And then you can take that arm across, pull up from the toes and extend out over that leg. Keep the opposite hip reaching out as well, the toes pulling back. Lengthen out from the waist. Stay with that long reach, breathing. And then you can come on all the way back up. Reaching over, lengthen and extend out from this side. Get the toes pulled back, lengthening from the waist. Beautiful. Long reach, pulse, lengthen. Get that reach. Toes back, heels out. Lengthen from the side. Breath. Breath. Really reach. Good. And now you can take that hand across. Reach out, lengthen from the waist. Coming out. Keep the opposite toes pulled back as you reach and extend. Staying with your breath. Breath. One more breath. Okay, lovely. And then you can come on all the way back up. Now, in your straddle, just get here. In your straddle, just take the hands on the insides of the thighs. Pull the thighs up towards the ceiling as you pull the toes back. Then take your hands, using your fingertips, fingers facing in. Press up and lift through the rib cage and pull the toes back. Pull up from the core and keep the ribs back as you lift the eyes. Breath. Press the shoulder blades together now, opening the chest and rib cage. Good. Now take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, turn over to the left, come up with the chin and the chest, and extend out over that leg. Get a wonderful reach, lengthen, extend, breath, breath, and then you can come back up. Come on over to the other side, get a beautiful reach, breath, pull the toes back, lift and lengthen from the waist, shoulders down, lengthen, come back up, lift, and then taking the hands right to the inner thighs. One more time, turn the inner thighs up, pull the toes back, and then you can bend the knees in slightly, and you're going to take the legs to close them more, so you're having them come into a V in front. Pull the toes back, just stretch in through the feet. And now you're going to take the hands in front, walk your hands forward and let your head dangle. Coming into the sacral area, breathing in and out through the nose, and if you can, use your hands to pull you forward. So I've got kind of sweaty palms and I'm pressing them on the floor and pulling forward. Come into the low back stretch. Reaching out from the back. Okay, great. And then you can come back up. Now let's take the hands, so you're coming under with the grip. And then you're gonna take onto the feet. Now I like to come onto the floor here. I can slide, but you can certainly, pull your foot out, and you're gonna reach out as far as you can. So you might have the knees bent, you might have the legs straight, and you're gonna pull yourself forward from the low back. Get a good reach out with the chin as the toes pull back and as you breathe and stretch. Breath. 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 Okay, good. And then you can come on slowly back up. Okay, good. Now you can take the soles of the feet together and then come on to the fronts of the bum bones, coming into your cobbler, and lift from the rib cage. And now extend forward as much as you can. Get a really good reach. The elbows are pressing into the side of the body as you reach. You're lengthening out from the low back. Breath. Breath. And then you can breathe in and come on back up. And now you can just, I'm just going to show you a really different pose. We're going to take the feet so they're halfway out, and I'll explain that in a moment from the other angle. You're going to turn your toes out. We have done this pose before, but rarely. I'm going to show a modified version that I find is brilliant for opening the tailbone and the chest, the upper body. So you have your feet just out, and again, it's halfway out. And then you're going to lower down to the floor, and you're going to press into the feet and hold onto your bum, and you're going to lift, open the rib cage, and come onto the back of the head while you press the outsides of the feet down. Now, I'm not right on the very back of the head, I'm on the outsides of the feet, and my bum is down. So I'm more on the back corner of the head if your head was a blockhead. You might feel like some days. And you want to just keep pressing into the elbows to open the rib cage and stay with your breathing. And then you can gently lower. Okay, great. Now just keep the feet pressing down. That pulls your tailbone down. And then stretch the arms overhead. Just open the front body. Now reach through the fingers. Stretch through the arms, and then you're going to take the hands under like this, and you can coax the fingers well under the upper back, and then send the elbows to the ceiling. Now, once again, press the feet into the floor, press the arms into the floor, the elbows to the ceiling. So the hands press down, and you're going to lift the shoulder blades off the floor. That's it. Head is down. I'll move my arm to show you. So the head is down and you're pressing the feet into the floor. And please just feel free to put your mic on if you could take that moment if you have any questions. So I'm just going to show you from kind of like a pseudo aerial version. My feet are pressing down. I'm not lifting my bum. It's down. My elbows are to the ceiling and I'm actively pressing my hands down, which will lift my upper back. It'll just arc it while my head is down. And that pinning of your feet down, that helps to draw your tailbone down and give you a longer, oops, sorry for the mic, there we go, and give you a longer spine at the front. So you keep the feet pressing down. Now my core is active. I get to really pull the tailbone down by pressing the feet. And then just release that. And just let the arms come right down to the side of the body. Now then take the feet up into the air and hold on your cobbler and hold on to the feet. Send the knees away and lift the upper body. Bring your chin towards the feet to stretch again into the low back. Breath. And then you can do a little wobble side to side. Okay, now from here, let's roll over to your right side and come all the way up into seated. Take the left leg in front and pull the right leg across to come into a tall lift. Pull that right leg in and then turn and look to the right. Hug the right knee in well, opening through the back, the toes pull back, lengthen from the spine. Breath. Good, now take that right hand behind, press into the palm, lift the waist. Stay with a nice full breath. Looking over the shoulder. Okay, good. Now I'm just going to turn to you to show you the next move. So you're all tucked in. And then your hand is behind, you're pressing. And now you're going to turn the ear down to that side. So you're going to get the stretch right in through the side of the neck, right into the back of the neck. The chin is dropped. I'm still pressing that hand down, but what I do notice is that I lose the grip of the hand. It comes up onto the fingertips in order to get the neck to drop down because you lose a little bit of the length there when you bring the head down. So your shoulder has to come up a bit and you stay breathing steadily. I think I'm doing this one in sheer self-defense this morning because my neck is so tight. And then come on all the way back up. Okay, great. So from this position, You're going to pull the heel in tighter. Come on onto the outside of the foot, pull the toes back, exhale and extend out. Get a really good reach from the rib cage, really good reach. And get your toes pulling back as you extend forward and pulling in through the core. Breathing is steady. And then come on back up. Now you can take that right leg out. And then lifting from the rib cage, pull that left leg in. Lift, hug tall, tight, rise from the waist. Turn and look to the left. Get nice and big and tall. Get right to the back of the bum bones. Keep your chin back slightly. Open through the rib cage. Excellent. Now we'll get this arm well around. Take the left hand behind, turn, rise. Looking back, stay with your breathing. Nice steady breath. Breath. Excellent. And now you bring the ear down to the other side. Again, I noticed I had to come on the fingertips to get the ear to come down. This allows the shoulder to lift a bit and give the neck a bit of give. Breath. Breath. Still stay to the front of the bum bones. And then you can come on all the way back. And then you can come on to the outside of this foot. And then exhale and extend out over the leg. Get a really good reach forward. Feel the rise from the low back as you do. And breath, toes are back. Stay with your breath. Excellent. And then you can come on all the way back. Now take the legs out and take the feet apart. Bending the knees, press the fingers in, take an in-breath, lift the chest, and let the head come back. And of course you can do this on the floor. Let the elbows press back and bend and lift the chin. Either position, the breathing constant, in and out through the nose. Steady breath. 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 And then come on all the way down. Okay, excellent. And now we'll come down onto your backs. Cross the right ankle over the left. Turn that right knee out. And then lift the upper body, grab onto the front of the knee and pull the leg in. Now the style of yoga that I do with you is kind of a combination of exercises that are from rehab and things I've done. You may have had this one. This is one that is really good for scoliosis, really good for opening up the hip, low back, of course. And the main thing is that you want to keep the toes pulling back. That helps to track the knee and to pull the body together. That'll help to get a lower back stretch more. And then when we come down, if you can then take the left leg up, and this is like the last stretch we did, that you're going to pull the leg in more. Now you can take the tailbone off the floor to get into the low back more. And stay with your breathing. And breath. And then you can let that left heel come down. Okay, wonderful. Now bring the left heel in really close. And then lift the upper body, or lift the lower body, press into that left heel. Take the right leg up, and then press into the floor and coming up. And stay with your breathing. Pressing into the foot. Breath, breath, breath. Good, now keep the foot up, press. Stay with the breathing. And then you can come down. Okay, great, take that right leg down. And just take a minute to center and to soften everything in your body. Okay, good. Now, I'm just thinking of this because this is a common problem with the shoulders. One thing that I do, and when Virginia was telling me that the left shoulder blade was really tight in the last session, you know, a lot of people will use an acupuncture ball and put it under here and to help pull the back down. You can do that on your mat. The stickiness of the mat is fantastic. And it's something that I just intuitively do every time I come down my back to release my back. And it is just to pull the shoulder blades under. So I did this action, and then I just push up. So that when I push up, I've got this neck as long as you can get. And you get that wonderful pull down shoulder blades. So it's something that I do all the time when I'm practicing. Just that I show you. So you can really do that in the next move. So we're going to take that left ankle across and then press that knee out. Lift the upper body, grab on in the front of the knee, pull the leg in. Keep that left foot flexed. Keep the left knee rotating out. Pull in nice and snug. Stay with your breathing. Breath. Breath. Good, and then you can come down. Now take that left leg up in the air. I just need to do something with my back, so you go ahead, just take that left leg straight up in the air. Great, and then you're pulling that leg in. Keep the toes pulling back. Lengthening through the backs of the legs. Keep that left knee rotating out. Breathing fully. Good, and then you can gently release that right leg down. Bring the left leg in the air, and then pressing into the right foot, lift and push up. And lift, pushing up. Press high. This is where I find the shoulder blade you can really press under, so you can get that longer neck. And lift, and 2, and 1. Okay, great. And now take that left leg down. Okay, next, let's take the left foot under to stretch in through the quad. So you can either do this standard kind of quad stretch that you're pulling the foot back, the knee comes behind, or if it's possible, you're taking that left foot under, pressing under, take the left arm over, right arm over, and then this foot just hangs out. Lengthening from the spine, and of course you can also do this, take the foot way out, rather than under, and send the knee away. You'll get that great opening through the knee joint, that stretch through the tibia, the shin, and that can be a really good stretch that can modify and not be too much on your knee. And you get a nice deep breath, get the arms really reaching, opening through the chest. And then you can take the arms down. Now just press the knee away actively. So you really open up through the quad. Nice deep breath. Okay, great. And then you can breathe in, come on back up. And now take the right foot under, or roll over onto the other side and take that right knee behind. Right arm up, reach. Left arm up, open through the chest. Keep on pressing that right knee away. Keep on opening, steady breath. Open. Breath. Breath. Okay, wonderful. And then you can just take the arms down, press the knee away, opening through the top of the thigh. Not waiting to lost it for too long. Sometimes I get ready to pose and I get into the pose. And just then gently draw that leg up. Okay, great. Now, once again, enjoy the supine cobbler. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees splay apart. Do a wobble side to side. Now, all of the classes that we do, I like to vary, as you might have noticed, the angles of the poses we do, the focus that we do. We do a lot of inner thigh today. And the inner thigh muscles, when you can get a good stretch in inner thighs, it supports the knees well. And it also allows for a longer stride. You'll notice that maybe going up and down stairs or when you walk away, you might notice that you have more support for the inner knee. And that's a really good way to help walking, running. A lot of people do Tabata training now, which is where you do the interval training. And that's been popular now for about 6 years. It's a fantastic way to reduce body fat, develop muscular stamina, endurance, maximum strength in the muscles. And that's where you would run for 10 seconds as fast as you can, for example, or do jumping jacks. You go as fast as you can. You're going to reach an anaerobic threshold. You won't be able to go further, period. You're going all out. You might get to 12 seconds. And then you cool down for about 3 minutes, and there's not quite a recovery. You often need to go to 5, but 3 to 5 minutes. And then you go for 10 seconds again, and you repeat this 8 to 10 times. It's a fantastic fast workout, very strengthening. Pardon me, and I'd be happy to suggest what you could do for those 10 seconds, 10 different things that would work different muscles. I did it last Sunday. I did it running, just all-out sprints, and I found incredible strength in my bum the next day. I pulled up deeper hip muscles. So I love to give you different exercises that we're working different planes, different rotation in the spine, the hips, shoulders, so that you have a mobility that allows for what I like to call, or feel is called life cross training. So that no matter what movement you do, there's an ability there. You've been working on that range, that plane, that rotation. And that keeps, again, all the tissue, fascia, connective tissue alive. It's really important for collagen, which is the main protein in your tissue, to work in different ways. Yeah. So just come on all the way back up. And then let's pull the knees in. And I'd like you to come into your shoulder stand or happy baby. And with the happy baby, just do a stronger pullover so that we can go into a modified plow if you're doing happy baby. And I'll demonstrate happy baby, and otherwise you're coming into your shoulder stand. Now, of course, I'd love for you to do shoulder stand. And it's really not made for people that have like a J-Lo body, because when the hips are heavy, it's really hard to get them up. But if you can work on it, then that will help to come into the pose that is so valuable. The shoulder stand is so valuable for neck and shoulders. So from your either shoulder stand or happy baby, take the legs up to do a modified plow. You're going to take the hands down, reach the feet up, pull the toes back. Shoulders press back so the neck stays long and free. And you stay with your breathing. Breath. Breath. Get that reach out. Pull the toes back. Okay, now just let the heels come down. And then you can take the arms to the outside and then cross the right knee on top of the left. Wrap the legs, tip to your left, and gaze to the right. Come into full circles with that right arm, opening the body. Big in breath. 2 more. Coming around. And then just let that right arm drop to the right and gaze to your right. And then you can breathe in. Draw all the way back up, uncross that right leg. Arms out to the side. Recross the left leg, potentially wrap the lower leg. Tip over to the right. Gaze to the left. Take that leg way down. And then you can come on into a full circle with that left arm. Breath. 2 more circles, breathing. And then take that left arm out to the left, gaze to your left. And then you can breathe in, draw back up, uncross that left leg. And now straighten the legs out, reach out all the way with the feet. Stretch the arms up overhead, spread the fingers, pull back from the toes. And then let the arms come down to the side of the body. And then you're going to do the rock and roll where you point the toes and pull them back so you're getting a little massage action through the back. So you're just pointing and flexing quick. And that'll give you a little bit of an up and down rock. And then you let that go. Let your feet roll out in relaxation. Let your upper body go. Let your shoulders go. And just feel your whole body sink into the floor. Feel the front body soften. Take another minute of silence, letting your mind still. And if you don't have silence where you are, keep the awareness on your breathing. Good. Now, take a deep breath in. Completely exhale. And again, a nice deep breath. Completely exhale. Take the arms up overhead and just reach with the fingertips. Pull the toes back. Reach and lengthen. And then let the arms come down to the side of the body. Let go. Now take the hands then again behind the head and interlace the fingers. Take an in-breath. Now exhale, tuck the chin. And we're going to finish with a very stimulating pose, but I want to do a nice counter stretch. And slowly come down, slowly. So you're letting the upper back down. You keep the chin tucked and you take a few breaths to come down. 2 more breaths. Keep the chin tucked, and then all the way down. Release the hands to the side. And we'll come into fish pose to finish. So we're going to take the hands under and get the elbows down really low. Pressing into the elbows and palms. Press into the elbows and lift. Open and come right onto the top of the head. Keep the toes pointing. Open through the chest, alive through the front body. Breathe deep. We're going to take 6 deep breaths. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And keeping the elbows pressed, lift the chin. Come on, slowly down. Taking the arms out to the side, and then just resting the arms for a moment and let your middle back release into the floor. You've done quite an opening through there. And then let your head gently roll side to side. And then just notice how you feel. I'd love any feedback too in an email later. Just notice if that felt really good to kind of finish that way. It is a very enlivening pose. And just one more thing about that is when people are doing rehab for cardiovascular events, you know, they've had a heart attack, that's one of the poses that is used for people that do rehab with yoga to help strengthen the myocardium, to help strengthen the chest and the heart, myocardium muscle in the heart. So this is a great chest expander and lungs and respiratory muscles. So then just gently draw your legs up and in and do a rock from side to side. And then roll gently over to your side. Come on up into seated position. And lifting from the base of the spine. And you are ready to start your day. So thanks for joining me, lovely women. And I will see you. Feel free to come tomorrow morning. I know, Virginia, you might be able to for 10 o'clock. Sabine, if you can. Steph, if you can. Stephanie, thank you for the kitchen set. Oh my God, it's adorable. And I apologize that I didn't get to the door. I didn't see anybody at the door, and I was trying not to wake up Sarah and Onyx. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. And I'll see you for the next class.